It is.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our channel. It's our Thursday night live place, T-Town Mary Ellen chat with you guys and do our variety show. How's everybody tonight?
Hope
Hi, Mandy.
everybody's
Hi,
well.
Rachel.
Yeah. Hey, Mandy. Hey, Rachel.
Dean, how are you doing today? How was your
Okay, so
evening?
I'm going to ask, you ever have one of those days where it's like you really spent and then you realize you're going to do this live stream and you realize you got to put on your happy face?
Well, I was going to say it's been a rough week for me, so I was real happy to be on here tonight to see all my friends.
It does cheer me up too. Every time I do it, it's like, okay, you know you're going to have a good time. Just tough it out.
Yeah, we could just go with the flow. Hi, Rachel. How are your
Marty
days
Ellen.
today? Mandy and Rachel, how was your day today?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay, Rachel. I could be Marty. I don't care. I've been called many names, so
Marty Ellen. That'd be if you were in
Marty
Back to the
Ellen.
Future. You'd be Marty Ellen. Well, one
That'd be
thing that
fun.
we're changing for this week anyway is I put everything into the PowerPoint. So last week we did a new game, which decade was such and such invented in, and that site kind of brought my computer to its knees for some reason. And so I put it all in PowerPoint. And as I was explaining to Mary Ellen, the disadvantage is I know the answers, so I can't really participate in the discussion, but it'll run smoother. So
I need to find a different way to do it so that he doesn't know the answers.
yeah, we'll figure it out. All right. So we usually start with some questions. Let's do it. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
If you could be known for one athletic achievement, what would it be?
In my personal life or like in a big realm? Like
I'm thinking in a big
make-believe or
realm.
in real life?
You could say either. You could say either.
Okay, everybody knows I'm a short person, so I feel like back in the day, I was a pretty good basketball player, but nobody would believe that because I was a short person. Well, I'm still a short person, but I would get around that by shooting outside shots. So I think overcoming my height and excelling in basketball.
Okay, that's a great answer. Rachel is saying my dream would be to be an Olympic Nordic skier. Awesome.
Ooh.
So I'm from Lindsey Vonn country. She actually, is from Minnesota, and she skied just south of the cities, kind of near where I work. In fact, is where she learned to ski. So that's interesting.
Does she train there?
Yeah.
Or oh
Oh
wow.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, until some age, and then she was young, I think, when she got good and went on. But yeah, she started here.
That's
And
awesome.
you know who she was dating for a while, right?
No.
Tiger Woods.
Really?
Yeah.
That's an interesting mixture.
I know. I
Golf
thought
and
this is not
skiing.
going to work out.
Hi Nathan.
For mine, I'm going to say it would be one of two things. Number one would probably be winning the Tour de France, obviously, just like the beginning of Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Yes.
Oh, Rachel's from Bodie Miller
Bodie
country.
Miller country.
Yeah, I remember him.
That's awesome. Hi
Him, right?
Annie.
Bodie, I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
it's Bodie.
Yeah.
Hi Annie.
Hey, Annie Coog. Nice to have you here. All right. So mine would be winning the Tour de France or winning the Masters in golf.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You love golf. That
I do.
yes.
And that's the best tournament no matter what anybody says. Love the masters. All right, let's go to question number 2. What is your foremost area of expertise? Nathan is from Michael Jordan lives, so obviously, was it Chicago? Yeah. Wow.
Oh, that
And
would be an achievement for me, Rachel, to compete in a triathlon. I mean, of course, at my age, I think my triathlon days are over, but back in the day, yeah.
yeah.
What is my foremost area of expertise? um, well, uh, multitasking at my job. I don't know. I'm not sure what my expertise is.
We'll go back, and Mandy is saying I would have been an Olympic swimmer. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool. And
Been
that's
such
what's
a
this summer, right? It's a Summer Olympics this
yeah.
summer.
I assumed it was, right? Although I'm sure it could be a winter sport.
What's your area of expertise is IT, right?
Yep. I would say business intelligence. That's what I've been working in for probably 10, 25, 25 to 30 years. I've focused on business intelligence, which is just one area of IT.
I used to think that I would never do numbers. I don't like numbers. Numbers are not my friend. And then I got a job. Hey, hi Lisa. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah,
Sarcasm. I could do that all day.
I like answers like that. Nice to have you here, Lisa, by the way.
I could win an Olympic medal in sarcasm. It would
Rachel
annoy
majored,
people, but
yeah. Rachel majored in music. So I guess that. I've also been a barista for 15 years. Is that sorry, was that
nice.
ballerina?
What, a barista?
Yeah, what does that mean?
A barista is a coffee maker or whatever, a coffee person, right, Rachel? Or like, specialty coffees? Or
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, coffee.
I'm not a coffee drinker, and I have heard the word.
Yeah, it's coffee.
Interesting. Yeah, coffee. She is
Well, I didn't know
confirming.
you majored in music. That's amazing.
Yeah. What's your instrument of choice, Rachel?
Or,
Lisa's
yeah,
saying it's a coffee magician, or Annie keeps saying
yes,
they make fancy coffees.
they
Okay.
make fancy coffees.
Espresso machine expert. Okay.
I love it.
I wish I liked coffee. Do you drink coffee?
Only occasionally, only if you mix it in with the flavor. Like I was obsessed with peppermint mocha lattes over the holidays, and now I'm sad it's gone. But I really don't want to drink anything else.
I mean, I need my
I
I
have to
shouldn't
have
say
a
I.
flavor. Well,
Yeah.
do you have caffeine though in another
Yeah.
form?
In fact, well, I can't reach it, but I drink a caffeinated beverage every morning that is made from green tea. Um, and I don't think it's necessarily the best thing in the world for you, but it's better than a lot of those regular ones like Monster and so forth. So,
Mhm.
yeah. All right. Next question. Oh, wait. What did
Annie
Annie
has
say?
an answer too.
I've recently discovered Lotus drinks, but Granitas are my favorite coffee drinks.
Okay.
Never heard of it. And Rachel saying vocal performance was my focus. Oh, wow, you're a singer. But I play piano, flute, violin, clarinet, and dabble in a few other instruments. Holy cats.
Wow, that is your expertise.
Wow. I would be interested to hear who influenced you, Rachel. Like, what would be a pianist or somebody who influenced you or vocal? And hey, Blaine, nice to
Hi,
have you
Brian.
here. I saw a great picture today of Blaine with the Germany guy. Why can't I remember his name? Anyway, very cool group of people. Okay. Next question. If you could be a spokesperson for one product, Darian, thank you, Blaine, what would it be?
These are hard.
I know.
It would. I don't know. You say it first.
See, Annie Coog with a very good answer.
That was
Disney.
very good, Annie.
Yeah.
Like right off the bat, you said Disney. Like,
yeah,
I wasn't thinking a company. I was thinking like a Coke or a Pepsi or a product.
right.
I like that answer though.
Yeah, that's a good question, but it's one that what did Blaine say here? Victoria's Secret. Oh wait, family show. Maybe a cruise line.
Oh, that would be great. A cruise line. I mean, then you could test out the product and go on cruises, what you do anyway, but
that's right. Annie, no, I didn't say product, so your answer was totally legit. I think that's a great.
No problem, Annie. I mean,
yeah.
Disney is a product.
Yeah. Honestly, I grew up in a conservative church singing traditional hymns, so I wasn't inspired by one particular performer, but rather how music can touch the soul. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. I'm not obsessed with anything in particular, so I'm not sure. What would your product be that you would be spokesperson?
When I put these questions down, I don't always think of answers ahead of time.
I thought you had them all out.
Yeah. Let's see. What is it? Something that I really am passionate about that I like a product. I mean, this is going to sound really dumb and not exciting, but I found a pair of jeans that I absolutely love. And you know how I heard people will spend $150 on a pair of jeans because it works for them. I found a pair that I can wait and get on sale for $30. It's called Joseph Abboud. Joseph Abboud. And
Okay.
hey, so I highly recommend these jeans. Hi, Nick. Nice to have you here. Wait, I missed Lisa's answer. I would say Valium or red wine. So is this the sarcasm thing?
No, I think she really means it. Oh, that's funny.
Not exactly a product, but I could promote Bitcoin and Bitcoin mining. Oh, so I assume you do some of that, and maybe you've made a ton of money on it.
That's what my son does.
Really?
My oldest son, yeah.
Huh? No, not Joseph of Food, although that is a good thought. We have a store in Minnesota called Men's Warehouse, and it has suits and stuff. Do you have Men's Warehouse?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And in there they have a brand, Joseph Abboud, Abboud. And those jeans, I gotta have those jeans. All right. Hopefully I didn't miss any comments here. It's
Lisa's
my husband
promoting her wine.
I can't handle wine. All right. Next question. Would you go on an open air safari in Africa?
Yes.
You would. Okay. You know what I'm talking about, the ones where the lions.
Yes.
Okay.
Because I'm not saying it's like, the safari in Animal Kingdom where it's real tame and whatever, but I think that the guides are well versed enough to know when an animal may be getting ready to charge, or you're guided not to do anything to upset the animals, and you could still have a good view of them.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And I know they would give you the statistics and they'd say virtually nobody has ever been attacked, on a safari, but it still makes me nervous. I don't think I would do it. I just think I would be too uptight. Blaine's saying, I've seen girls paying lots of money nowadays for jeans and they have holes. I hope they didn't pay full price. They got ripped off. I mean, if a time traveler ever comes to our day and sees what we're paying money for, yeah.
I mean, just take a pair home and cut your own holes.
Blaine says he's done it at Animal Kingdom, but all jokes aside, yes, he would. Well, Blaine's very brave, and he's a traveler, so that doesn't surprise me. Rachel, I would, but only with a very experienced driver,
exactly.
right?
Exactly, Rachel.
Hey, Richard, nice to have you here.
Hi, Richard. Would you go on an open air safari, Richard?
Yeah, that's the question. And Annie's saying she would. So far, I'm the only one. I think I'm saying no. No one has been attacked since the last attack. Yeah, good point. All the movies have convinced me that we would encounter poachers and somehow have to stop. That's true. I missed that part of the Animal Kingdom one too. I love the poacher part. All right, everybody's saying, hey, Richard's with me. He says no.
No, okay. You and Dean are the only ones who've said no, Richard. Yeah. No pressure or whatever. Well, Lisa didn't answer. Lisa, would you go on an open air safari in Africa?
Yeah. I didn't see your answer. Make sure here.
With your wine and Valium?
Yeah. You'd need a little bit of that. Richard and I will stick to some cool rides at Animal Kingdom, like Flight of Passage, which I had the privilege of riding with Richard, by the way.
Aw.
Donna says no, too. I'm glad to find some people like me, to be quite honest.
It's about 50-50 now, then.
Yeah. Tell Donna thank you. All right. Next question. What is the coldest and hottest temperatures you've ever been outside in?
Okay, been outside in. Is that
Lisa's saying if I ride with someone that I don't like, so I can push them off as a distraction. Yes.
Yeah, you only have to be as fast as the slowest person. So faster than the slowest person, but you're going a step further and throwing them out.
There comes that sarcasm thing again.
Okay, the coldest, wind chill wise, like this past week, it was like negative, I don't know, 20. I didn't go outside though. So wow. I'm trying to think I'd say in my whole lifetime, it was probably negative 10. And then the hottest, that's the big deal around here, is I've been out when it's been like 112, 111.
Okay. Now, Rachel is getting to be in my area where coldest minus 40. And I have been in minus 40 with temperature and with wind chill in the 60s.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And in fact,
freeze right away.
Yeah. Hi, Donna. Nice to have you here as well.
Hi, Donna.
Minus 65 and 121. I believe we have the biggest span right there. Okay. In Alaska and Oklahoma, respectively. Oh, yeah. So the hot was in Oklahoma.
Yeah. She used to live here. Well, not in Tulsa, but was it Lawton, Donna?
Wow. She's in ninja mode.
I mean, think about it. There can be some very huge differences.
Yeah.
But I don't know how you handle that cold.
Annie Coog, minus 20, hottest 120. I've never experienced 120. Nick, hottest 104, minus 10. But I'll bet, Nick, you've been in with wind chill much colder, just to guess, since I know where you're from.
Exactly.
She was in Lawton.
Yeah, she was in Lawton.
Okay. Yeah, 120. That's beyond me. Blaine's saying hottest probably 115 or so when cruising in places like Aruba, southern Caribbean places. Coldest was minus 26 one Christmas in Leadville, Colorado. Wow.
Wow.
And Nick agreeing that he's had obviously experienced much colder than minus 10 with the wind.
It's dangerous.
When I was on a winter retreat up north once on the Boundary Waters, we were in this lodge, and the thing that they did was that you go in the sauna and then you jump in the lake, and the lake was a hole in the ice, and it was 25 below.
Oh
And,
my.
and you would jump. There was a log so that you could pull yourself back out right away, but I was in my 20s when you do crazy things.
Oh, gotcha. Was it like a
Yeah.
polar bear plunge?
You're so hot from the sauna that, you can do it, but then within seconds you feel needles and you get out of there and you run back to the sauna. It gets hot here in South Carolina. Heat is enough to scare the hell out of people, that's for sure. Yeah, you is that a message at your church, Blaine? I'm just guessing.
And the humidity on top of that.
Oh, yeah. All right. And then I believe the next question, did I miss something?
I don't think so.
Okay, here's our Disney question. Which do you prefer, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor or Bear Country Jamboree? Let the votes begin.
And unfortunately, the bears are going away. Well, the current ones.
Redesign. It's just change. They're changing the music, right?
Changing music and the names of the bears, from what I understand.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I would say Laugh Floor.
Laugh Floor. Okay. So Donna, back to this Alaska. They didn't cancel school unless the temperature was minus 50 below before wind chill. That's nuts.
Oh my.
It should be on the church sign. If you think it's hot here, don't go to hell. Yeah, that's perfect. I think I've seen signs like that. I'll take the cold over those hot days for sure.
Yeah, I rate the cold better.
Yeah. Okay, our first vote has come in from Nick. Well, you said Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. I'm saying Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. So is Nick. Rachel is agreeing. Laugh Floor. Annie Coog, Monsters Inc. Donna, Laugh Floor, but I enjoy them both. Yep, definitely. All right, we got one for Country Bears from our Johns. And Blaine right along with him. All right.
You always have to be the opposite, Richard. You and Blaine.
Recess duty at 10 degrees is rough, though. Oh, I can imagine.
Oh.
That is why I prefer spring and fall. Yeah.
Me too.
Yep. And Andy doesn't like extreme temps. Okay, well, I think Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor won that one. But it's good to see we got some Country Bear loyalists.
It's always good to be different, Blaine. You be you.
I've always been different. Okay, and now for the next thing. Let's review a sleeper movie. So I think we probably will get through this one fairly quick, but last week, the movie that Mary Ellen and we decided to watch is From Time to Time. Now, this is something we always tell everybody about in advance. We'll suggest one at the after this tonight. So if you want to watch these free movies, it's free on YouTube. We get back together, and like Nick's done before, you can give me your rating. How long did you last? How long did you watch the movie? And what was your rating on a scale of 1 to 10? So, all right, Mary Ellen, what did you think?
So I liked it. I watched the whole thing. So sometimes I had a hard time understanding them with their accent, which is, kind of lame. And there was a lot of, so this boy lived in the time period of, it was First World War, was it? So the early 1900s?
Was it first or was it second?
Second. I don't know.
I'm kind of thinking it was World War II.
Okay, so he lived in World War II and his dad was missing in action. So he moved over to his grandmother's house to wait it out to see if he's ever found. And in the meantime, he's living in this old estate with her. It was 1944. Okay, so World War II, right?
Yep.
So he's living in this estate that's had many generations live in it, and he encounters ghosts, and was obviously shocked to see a ghost and talk to his grandmother about it. And she's like, "Oh, which ghost did you see?" She's like,
Yeah.
"That happens to me all the time." And but the twist is the twist is he was able to influence their timeline, which was in the 1800s. So he could go jump into their timeline and change results, or was the change of their results, and vice versa. So it at times was hard for me to keep track of which era they were in. And that's why I didn't give it a real high score, but I enjoyed it. It kept my attention, and it was very, like entertaining in the fact of, wow, like, I don't know. It was interesting, I thought.
So
It was very interesting. I only gave it a 6 because it was kind of hard to, like I said, follow the timeline and who was who, and their words. Sometimes I didn't understand, but I liked it. I thought it was good.
Yep. So I'm going to give a very similar review. First off, Maggie Smith is the grandmother, and she is a great actress. You probably remember her from Hook and other movies. And I thought that the dialogue was very intriguing. And I'm really big on dialogue. Nick's saying I watched the entire film. It was okay. He gave it a 6.5. Yeah, he's going to be right in line with what we gave it. And I did watch the entire film as well. And the interesting thing, and I thought it was an ambitious idea in that they were trying to sort of, like you said, connect the past with the present. And then at the same time, they're unraveling this mystery. What happened to, what was the riches,
It was
the
jewelry.
jewelry? So they were trying to
There was
find yeah. And it was Julie worth a ton of money in this mansion. And I don't want to say everything, but it was interesting how ghosts from the past and the kid from the future are connecting and trying to figure this thing out.
and only certain people could see each other. So it was,
Yep.
it was interesting.
Yeah. Yep. The dialogue was good. The actors were good. I was also confused at times by with the British accent and trying to keep up with everything that was going on. But I also gave it a 6. I enjoyed this unique take on connecting a young man with his family's past and unraveling a mystery in the process. And I forgot to read yours. This movie had a good storyline on several levels. Yes. It's a reminder that our life has more dimension to it than just the 3D world. That sounds like a professional review. The thing that got me, Nick says, was how if you are a ghost, you can touch food from the past, and to others it looks like it is floating in midair, but hiding under your clothes, it hides. I did think of that as well.
I mean, you're right. That was the part that made me lower it, because it was like you said. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Let's face it, you get into time travel and this and that, it's never going to be perfect. But here is our final review on it. Oops, it's not this slide. It is, well, obviously we gave it a 6. So of all the movies we've done so far, and I think it's 4, correct?
4, yeah, 5.
This is probably right in the middle. We've had better, and we've definitely had worse.
The good part is she got to save the castle. That was why they were looking for the jewelry, so
Yeah.
that she could sell it to save the castle. But the dad died. So
Yeah, that was kind of well, they did it in a fairly tasteful way, but
yeah, I mean, he could still
Rachel
see him.
Rachel's saying, did you find it sad? Kind of. I'm going to say kind
Yes,
of. Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so whether you should give it another chance, as I would tell my mom no, because she doesn't like sadness at all. But
It
Nick's
was
saying,
sad,
yeah.
but
I
I
did
think
like to,
Maggie Smith handled it really well,
yeah.
comforting him.
I mean, in a sense, even though it was a goofy idea, it dealt with that aspect of life, that the tougher part of life, in a fairly good way, I thought.
Mhm.
I did like the jewelry part, and the second part made me cry. Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
And then it ended. And you're like,
And
wait
then,
a minute.
yeah, yep. All right. Well, we're gonna go to the next one here. Last week we and I'm sorry. This is the movie for next week, For All Time, with Mark Harmon. So I
A
don't know.
young Mark Harmon.
Younger Mark Harmon. And who's this actress? I know I've seen. Oh, Mary McDowell. I've seen her before. Where have you seen her?
She was in a sitcom.
Was she? Okay. I
Yeah.
know where she's from. She was in Star Trek 4. Nick, back me up. Star Trek 4, the one where they were in San Francisco. Okay, well, he's
Who is
saying
she,
that
Nick?
she was on a TV
Yes.
show, so he remembers that part. But I believe she was the Marine expert in Star Trek 4. She sure looks like it. And Seventh Heaven. Okay, thanks, Annie.
7, yes.
And
Yes.
Nick backing me up. Yes, with the whales. That's the one. All right. That's next week. Watch it. Hope you can, and you can reach out to me and let me know what you thought. All right. Last week we did this game, and when we did it, the site crashed my computer. Yeah, it was semi-crashing it. So I decided to put it in the PowerPoint this week. We're going to guess which decade was something invented. And I, unfortunately, the honest truth, Mary Ellen, I probably am not going to remember the answers. That's probably the truth.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm very forgetful. So I may somewhat get in on the conversation. The game that was
It is the
wrong, I
game that was
know.
wrong, Nick.
We know that it was wrong in some measure. I don't think there's as many bad ones this week, but we'll see. All right, you ready? When was the washboard invented? 1800, 1790, 1850, or 1900? I remember this one.
1850.
You can say 1850. Okay. I'll wait for some answers to come in, but obviously it wasn't invented for a bluegrass band, but that's what they're showing here. All right, we got Emily saying 1850. We got Blaine at 1850. We've got Donna at 1850. We have quite a agreement here, but we got Richard, the different one, who's saying 1790. Blaine,
Watch
are
me
you
get
with?
it.
No, he's already with 1850. So I'm going to give it just another minute or so, 'cause I know there's a delay. So Nick is going 1800, so he's closer to our John's.
Yeah. I was torn between the two.
Yeah. I know that I guessed this one right. Richard was the first one to use it, so maybe he remembers. Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah. Just save them for the future zombie apocalypse. Nice thought.
Exactly.
Yeah. Rachel's with them at 1800. Annie's with 1800. So I think we've got as
Half and half.
many. Yeah, we got half 1800, and half 1850, and then we got Richard all the way alone with 1790. And here is the answer. Richard,
No
1790.
way.
Yeah. Now
Wow,
remember,
Richard.
the pictures can be deceiving, right?
Yeah.
So Richard, good call.
That could be another musical instrument for you, Rachel. The washboard.
By the way, I didn't tell you this, but I was on Jim More Sunshine this week, and we were doing a similar game. And it's where you guess the year of where a picture is from. And I threw out a guess on the first one, and I got it exactly right. And do you know what happens then? They all suspect you're cheating. Donna was there. Donna, isn't that true? I swear to you, Donna, I was not cheating. They let you play the washboard at the Hoop-Dee-Doo review. Nice.
Oh,
Note to self, says Blaine, I will follow Richard's lead. And there's no way Richard cheated because this is in the middle of this game. There's no way he could have looked it up in advance.
oh.
Good job, Richard. Nick says, don't they use that at one of the Disney shows? Yep. Apparently Donna's saying Hoop-Dee-Doo. Donna answered. All right. Next one. Floppy disk. You remember when they were invented. I know that, right? I mean,
Yeah, but we've noticed that it's always like the decade behind.
exactly. That is a great point. So the floppy disk, 1970, 1990, 1980, or 1960?
I thought maybe we'd done this one before, but I say 1970.
It was a different thing we did.
It's a different disc.
Yeah. Okay, Blaine is going 60, Emily's going 70. Yes, that's right, Dean. I remember that. See, I didn't cheat though. Jim stream, right. All right, Nick's going 60. He's with Blaine. Annie Coog is at 80. R. Johns is at 80. Donna's in the 60. I don't remember the answer. I'm not going to guess on this one, but I do not remember the answer. I know it's between two of them. Okay, wait, did I get everybody? Annie said 80. Richard said 80. Donna's saying 60. I said them all. Okay. What did you say, Mary Ellen?
I said 70.
70. I am fairly certain that that's what I guessed. Let's take a look. 70. All right, who got it right? Emily got it, and Rachel and Mary Ellen.
Lisa said she had too much fun in the 80s to remember.
Aha. You see, I was trying to remember when PCs were just getting rolling, and I thought it was more in the 80s, but like you said, it tends to be invented the decade before. Okay. Next one. Very simple question. When was the sewing machine invented?
And we have to remember it doesn't necessarily mean that sewing machine,
Correct.
but just
Correct.
a sewing machine.
Yep. 1770, 1790, 1810, or 1830?
1830.
Okay. Blaine is with you. 1830 from Blaine, 1810 from Donna. Richard going back to 1790. Annie is at 1810. So we've had two 1810s. What were you again? Sorry,
I was 1810. No,
So
I
we
was
have three.
1830.
You're
1830.
1830. You're with Blaine. Emily is going to go 1790. Lisa's saying sewing machine was invented when the first pair of pants had to be taken in. Yeah.
Well, she's not far
Possibly.
off.
1830. What if it is a year behind? Okay, who remembers this scene? What famous movie had a sewing machine in it? Oh boy, how can I give a clue? It was a man who got it to support his new wife and his family. What movie was that in?
Pinocchio?
Well, that's a great point. Yeah, no, that's not the one I'm thinking of. The one I'm thinking of is Fiddler on the Roof.
Ah,
Remember?
yeah.
Okay, I forgot to read the comment here. They used the first one to sew Andrew Jackson's clothing. There's a lot of
Dressmaker.
films. I realize that, Nick. I'm in my own little world. Fiddler on the Roof is one of my favorites. He got the sewing machine and he was so excited about it. And all right, I'll stop carrying on. If I were a rich man, exactly. The answer is, believe it or not, 1830.
Boy, I'm on a
Nice.
roll.
You are on a roll this week. Who else did 1830? Blaine,
Nick.
Nick, 1830. I guess it was Blaine, Nick, and Mary Ellen. Congratulations.
Thank you. I was not very good at it last week, so.
Well, here you go. This picture seems a little deceptive, but when was the stapler invented? So what do we got? 1830, 1860, 1900, 1930. So we got two guesses that are 100 years apart.
1900.
Okay. 1900. 1860 from Blaine. We got 1900 from, or sorry, oh, it really jumped on me. Annie Coog at 1930, Jonna at 1900, Emily at 1900, R. John's at 1900, Donna at 1900, Nick going back to 1860. Well, the 1900s have it this time. Is that what you said, Mary Ellen?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I got Nick's. All right. Are all the answers in? Here we go. 1860.
Wow. Way to go, Nick.
Nick and
Way to
Blaine.
go. Is it Blaine or Emily? Yeah, Blaine. Good
Yep.
job.
Nice. I made one of my famous typos. Oh, well, I do that all the time.
We still
Stapler
understood
for
you meant, Donna.
office or for trash pandas makes difference for the date. What are trash pandas? Annie, I think we're all a bit young for this game, hopefully.
Yeah. It's before our time.
Yeah, I'm surprised by it too. Have you ever stapled yourself? Be honest.
Yeah,
I have. Oh, that hurts.
it hurts.
I'm 39, so it's okay. Trash pandas. I still don't know what that is.
What's a trash panda, Lisa?
Yeah, what is that? All right, I think we have maybe one more. No, we got more than that. The answering machine. Oh man, look at that's got to be one of the first ones. That reel
That's
to
really
reel.
old.
Yeah. Oh, raccoons.
Oh, raccoon.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, answering machine. That's Oh my goodness. 1920, 1930, 1940, or 1950? Honest, I would have guessed it was in our lifetime.
But don't you remember those old mobster movies? And they got the
Oh,
old, maybe they weren't answering machines though.
yeah, you might be right. I mean, when I look at that style, that looks really old. Okay. Here come the guesses. Donna at 1940, Annie at 60, Blaine at 50, Emily at 30, Arjon's at 50, Nick at 40, Rachel at 50.
I'm going
Did
to
they
say
have
50.
50? Okay. Well, they're all over the board on this one, but I guess 50 does have it. Okay. Let's check it out. 1930?
What?
That just seems so old.
How did they connect it to the
Dial.
telephone?
Yeah. All
Huh.
right. This game, we're questioning it. It seems rather unreliable. All right,
I mean,
I'm gonna type it into Google. When
yeah,
was the I could type answering machine invented?
that's right, Annie. Have answering machines with party lines.
1935. Google has confirmed it.
Wow.
All right. So Emily got it. Who else got it? Was it just Emily?
Emily, you deserve like
Emily.
double the points.
That was awesome. I would have never guessed that. Nick is as dumbfounded as we are. That's impressive. Gee, they had no way to use them in the 30s. I know, I don't get that. Hmm. Maybe an answering machine was a human.
Yeah, you had to physically pick up the receiver.
There was a guy who'd run through the neighborhood and he'd say, "I'm the answering machine. You got a message from so and so." Lucky guess. All right. I know my parents had party lines in the 60s. Why don't I remember what a part?
So you could be talking on the phone and you could hear other people
Oh,
talking.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
they crossed wires, so to speak, and you could hear other people's conversations.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, Don, if this one is representative of the 30s one. I doubt it. I don't think that could be the 30s one. That looks more 50s to me or 60s.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Is there another one? Oh, yes. The refrigerator. All right, let's go back. 1830, 1850, 1890, or 1900?
So this is deceiving because before the electric refrigerator, there were other
Ah,
types of refrigerators.
oh, so you don't know if
So
this means
it
electric.
doesn't say.
Okay.
What's the
Uh,
earliest one? 18 what?
it was 1830.
Oh, I don't know
All right.
about
Well,
that.
we got.
1890.
All right. Donna's with you at 1890. Blaine at 1900. We got Emily at 1900. Hey, we
Hi,
got
Jeff.
Jeff. Hi, Jeff. You're out of the rain.
When was refrigerator invented, Jeff?
Yeah. He doesn't want to know because he was getting cold tonight at Epcot. I think he was at
Yeah,
Epcot.
poor Jeff. He got
Yeah.
a little wet.
Richard's saying 1900. Nick's at 1830. Annie's at 1890. Invented when folks discovered the joy of frozen margaritas. Now that is a Lisa answer right there.
Uh,
Rachel
you're
at
strong.
1890. And it's Jeffala.
Jeff.
All
Jeff
right.
Woozles.
By the way, Jeff, I don't know if we'll be able to run into you, but we're going to be there in two weeks. I'll be leaving 2 weeks from Saturday. Okay. All right. We got our guesses in. What did you say again, Mary Ellen? I always forget yours.
I said 1890.
Okay. So you were with Donna. All right. Let's check it out. The answer is 1830. I believe.
What?
Did Nick say that? Yes.
There were some people who said 1830.
Nick said it. I only see Nick.
So that had to be the type where they put the big ice cube in the bottom of the
right
box and you put milk in there or whatever.
Right. Well, Nick points out a very good point. It does not say electric. So
no, it doesn't.
And the picture, but to me, the picture is deceiving because that woman is definitely not from the 1830s. She's from the. She looks like she's from the 40s or something.
Right.
So that may not
yes,
have been
an ice box.
Yeah, it was called an ice box. Yep. We spent some time with the Amish once and saw how they cut ice out in the winter and put it in a hole in their barn, and that becomes their refrigeration, and they can keep it cold well into the spring and summer, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow, good guess. Good guess, or else you knew. All right, I guess we got another one.
Hi, Margie.
Oh, did I miss somebody?
It's
hey,
usually Herschel or Margie.
Nice to see you guys. Hey, thanks for coming in. All right. The chat got going there. Okay. All right. The transistor radio. Oh, and Nick knew it from watching old films. Emily wants to live in the good old days.
What's the difference between a transistor radio? Like what?
I think so that there was the big console radios, right? The ones that were almost like the size of a TV.
Yes.
And then there was transistor, just meant it was smaller, I think.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it might be that. This seems like a bigger transistor, but you know what? I'm thinking of those little transistor radios. You remember those?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, we got 1920, 40, 50, and 60. We got Arjon's coming in at 20. Jeff was also at 20. Don is at 20. Emily's going 50.
I'm going to be different and say 40.
Okay. I do not remember the answer on this one, and I know sometimes it surprised me. Transistor radio was invented once they discovered Casey's Kasem's Top 40. Right. I remember that well.
That's right.
1940 from Nick. So he's with you, Mary Ellen. But we
Good
got
luck, Nick.
3 at 1920. All right. Are the guesses in?
Emily said 50.
Did she say 50? Sorry, Emily, I missed that. There you are. All right, here we go. 40.
Woo!
You did pretty good tonight, Mary Ellen.
I know, I'm shocked.
Okay, so Nick was with you on 40, nobody else. So you and Nick have the win. And as Jeff would say, that's worth 250 points. All right.
Thanks,
I believe.
Nick. Good job, you too.
Yeah, good job, you guys. All right. Now, on to the last thing, which is we're going to start a new bracket thing. And this is a variety show. So Mary Ellen and I, we talk about trying to introduce new ideas. And what I thought I would do, and I'm going to ask everybody's opinion right now, is let's make a bracket of the 32 funniest people in the world, at least the best we can. And then I'm going to create a way for us to vote during the live stream. And I may even put it on Twitter as well. I haven't decided on that one yet. But what I'd like everyone to do right now is just name one or two people that you think is really funny, whether it be an actor. Oh, good question, Nick. Let's do a live. I think there's too many dead, too many people that we would feel like we would have to cover if we cover dead people as well. So let's do a live comedians, either an actor or a comedian or both, somebody that we would all know. And then I'm going to put it in a bracket. And each week we're going to vote on who we think is the funniest between two people. And we'll get it down to two people. And then we'll.
Good night, Annie.
Is Annie saying good night?
Yes, she has to go to a meeting.
All right. Good night, Annie. Nice to have you here as always.
Well, I asked the same thing, Lisa. Do they have to be celebrities, or can they be just an everyday person? Because I said Jeff, like right off the bat, I said, she asked me who the funniest person I thought it was, and I said Jeff.
All right, Jeff is in the list. I'm putting Jeff in there. I love that idea. It just the only rule was it had to be somebody we were all familiar with. So, Jeff, you are the first officially funniest person we're putting in our category of 32 people. So it can be somebody we know from our community or somebody famous. Hey, Debbie. Nice to have you here.
Hi, Debbie.
Does Fluffy mean a comedian of some sort? If so, I don't know. Okay, so Nick, nice to have you here. And Nick is saying one that I would definitely put in the list, which is Jim Gaffigan.
He is funny.
He's hilarious. Kelsey Grammer. All right, we have 3 people so far. And Debbie, let me know if I'm misunderstanding what Fluffy means, because I'm not sure if that's a comedian or not. Okay, so we've got, oh, Jeff Dunham, the ventriloquist. I believe I've seen him before. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to have to go back and write all these down. Are you writing them down?
No,
Okay.
I'm looking up a couple of names.
Okay. I had both of these. So I've made a list too, so y'all know, and I have both Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell on that list. Okay, so Fluffy is a comedian.
Kevin James.
Kevin James, yes. Let's do Kevin James. If you're going to do Kevin James, I think you got to do Ray Romano.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Fluffy is a comedian. Okay, is he like friends with Carrot Top? Because that's kind of what he sounds like. Carrot Top is fairly funny. I'm not sure I would put him at the top, but Fluffy the comedian. Okay. He's a Mexican comedian on YouTube. Okay. I do like Nick Offerman as Ron Swanson. Oh, that's a great one. Yeah. That's from that news one, right? What's it called? The news show. The news movie. All right. Emily says Eddie Murphy is kind of funny in movies. Now, Richard, thank you. Tim Hawkins. A lot of people don't know Tim Hawkins. I've seen him in person. It is the funniest comedian I've ever seen in my life. Tim Hawkins is hilarious. Kevin Hart, he should be definitely in there. Adam Sandler, I had on my list as well. Definitely Steve Carell. Do you like Steve Carell, Mary Ellen?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Steve Carell is as funny in real life as he is as an actor.
Who was in Parks and Recreation, Jeff?
Yeah, I've heard of that. I don't think
Must have been somebody up higher. He was answering them.
Lisa, this is great. Jim Carrey. Yep. Friend of mine, well, he met Jim Carrey. All right, Jerry Seinfeld definitely has to be on the list. And I would venture to guess, is Jerry Seinfeld maybe the wealthiest comedian who's ever lived? Is that correct?
Oh, Nick Offerman was in Parks and Recreation. Okay.
Ah, okay. All right. So Nick Offerman. Ben Stiller. Yeah. I love Ben Stiller. One of my favorite movies with Ben Stiller is the one with the like the second-rate heroes. What was that movie, Nick, where Pee Wee Herman was in it and they were like second-rate heroes? That had Ben Stiller.
Oh, my Nick said that Ron Swanson is Nick Offerman's character in Parks and Recreation. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry,
Parks
I
and
don't
Rec.
watch it very much.
Yeah, me neither. But we're hearing a lot about Nick Offerman, so he obviously should be in it. Danny DeVito. Yeah. Danny DeVito is hilarious. And he was in my favorite all-time sitcom, Taxi. Vince Vaughn. I haven't seen a lot of Vince Vaughn. Ryan Reynolds. Yep. Larry the Cable Guy. Yeah. Mater. Yeah, Tim Allen definitely has to be on the list.
Yeah, I agree. Tim Allen.
Yeah. Hey, Donna. All right. Taxi. Now, you see, and if I was really going to suggest Taxi, Christopher Lloyd to me was the funniest person in Taxi, but I'm not sure if people would vote for him. Mystery Men. Thank you, Nick. Have you ever seen Mystery Men, Mary Ellen?
No.
Oh my gosh. It's different, but it's funny.
Yeah, Dick Van Dyke is still alive. He's funny.
That's really good, Rachel. Mark Lowry. I don't know that I know Mark Lowry. Yep, Duck Van Dyke, of course, the famous Disney character. No, I'm just kidding. Dick Van Dyke.
It's okay, Rachel.
Thanks a lot, autocorrect. Donna agrees about Christopher Lloyd. Christopher Lloyd, of course, if you didn't know him from Taxi, you know him from Back to the Future. He was Doc Brown.
Yes.
Carol Burnett, is she still alive? That's a dumb
Yes.
question. Okay, Carol Burnett, I think she's got to be on the list. Okay. Bill Engvall, yep, I do catch him sometimes on the comedy on Sirius XM, and he is very funny. All right, wow. I think we already have probably near 32 suggestions, don't you?
Yes. So you're going to go back through chat and write them all down?
Yep. I hope. Sometimes I go back to chat and it's not there, and I think, what's going on here? Okay. Well, I think that I have got a fairly good list going. So we'll start that voting next week, and it'll be the first 8 matchups. So it'll be 8 against 8, and we'll get it down, and then we'll
Okay.
do it over a few weeks. So whew, I'm all tired out. All right, I'm going to check out Mark Lowry tonight, Blaine. I have not heard of him. And Emily's saying, Bill Engvall has the saying, here's your sign. Well, thank you, everybody, for coming. It was great, and we had a good time, and we'll continue next week with the same stuff, and I'll have the comedy thing in here. And Mary Ellen, looking forward to watching another movie and going over it next week.
Yes. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I had a blast. I look forward to these nights to hang out with you guys.
Well, we will see you next Thursday. And until then, have a great week. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you. Oh.